Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more.
From beautiful Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, the show brings you game one of a big 4-game set. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog, and normally he's got that fastball pop in the catcher's mitt and the slider darting, but lately hasn't had great command. A couple of good innings might be all it takes to get him back on track.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Garrett Crochet. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Josh Rojas leading things off and takes a strike. Oh, one. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Abreu makes the grab, 1 away. Let's take a look at our lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Corey Jones, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. One out, bases empty.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Come on, Garrett.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ground ball, left side. Bregman throws to first in time, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, right fielder Mike Tauchman.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Mike Tauchman.
Definitely classify Tauchman as one of those gritty players, willing to do whatever, get on base, get around the bases.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Late on that fastball.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Gonna count 1-2. In the air, left field, Duran. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. White Sox nothing, Red Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill in this one, Martin Perez. What do we have on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Jarren Duran.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Perez, a former All-Star, 33 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Up the middle, base hit, so a man on base to start the inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Alex Bregman, and that's in for a strike. 0-1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Swung on, belted. That one's back. Gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and the Red Sox jump in front. It's 2-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Tristan Casas in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And now 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And he grounds one back up the middle. Throws to first. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Duran.
Yeah, Boog, he's working on a 15-game hit streak right now, and that means he's hit just about everybody. 15 games, man, that's tough to do, but the way he's swinging, I wouldn't be surprised if he got to 20 or even more.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Fastball is outside. And that misses. Ball 2.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And now, David Hamilton.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
There's a strike. Two down, nobody on. That one the other way. Whips it to Gallo, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. Luis Robert now.
The designated hitter, Luis Robert Jr.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Crochet back to work. In there at the knees for a strike. The delivery to Robert. Goes down looking.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And now it's Joey Gallo. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a foul, out of play. That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Sosa to the plate. And there's a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Abreu moving in on this one and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Back now at Fenway.
Leading
Bottom
off
half of
for
inning
the
number
Red
2.
Sox.
And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Abreu.
Abreu went deep in his most recent game. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Gallo over to first. That's 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Batting 7th, shortstop Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Grounds 1 to short. Montgomery sends it across to first. Already 2 out here in the
Batting
home half
8th,
of inning number
catcher
2.
Connor Wong.
2 down, base is empty. And here is Connor Wong.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but
On to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading off for
coming
the White
off a
Sox,
tough
shortstop
series
Colson
offensively,
Montgomery.
and a look at those numbers.
Life has its ups and downs, and it makes you smile and frown, but they can't keep the strong king down. I'm never giving up because I wear the crown.
First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed, though.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
In there at the knees. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it bangs off the monster. And he's got a double.
He was all over that one.
Batting
Anytime
ninth,
you smoke a
center
ball
fielder,
off the wall, you
Michael
kind
A.
of think
Taylor.
about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox. And that's downstairs. Ball one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is down low. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup. So up next for Chicago, Josh Rojas. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lee at second with 2 down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Rafaela makes the grab on the run. The White Sox leave 1, and they're down 2-0.
Yes, I'm never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers, no public enemy. I'm the white.
Back here in Boston,
Leading
set
off
for the bottom of the
for the
third.
Red Sox.
Here's the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela.
Rafaela.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic. If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that turns the lineup over.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Now batting Duran. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That misses, and that is ball 1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. To short, could be 2. The flip, there's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Alex Bregman. He's already homered in this game.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
That one way outside, and that's ball 1. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Rojas fires to second for one, and that's two. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox nothing. Start of the fourth, and now it's going to be Corey Julks. Julks goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2017.
0-1's the count.
Crochet winds and deals. In for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Talkman.
So digging in, Mike Tauchman. Fly to left his first time. That one fouled off. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Robert Jr. steps to the plate for the White Sox. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Go back to Chicago.
That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
They say you win.
No balls, 2 strikes. Inside ball.
And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So they make short work of him there. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. John Chobby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tristan Casas.
Everybody favors we can divvy up. You only live once, you gotta live it up. Yes, my red tie with your red dress. We ain't even planning, but we match, you know. Everybody looking when we pass it low.
And there's a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Dives and he can't hang on. Flip to the pitcher is in time. So they get the first out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Here's Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Outside.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. And he swings through that one.
Filthy changeup right
One
there.
ball,
Just pulled the
2
string.
On the ground, right side. The throw to
He's
first.
out.
Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Now batting.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
2 down, bases empty. And next for the Red Sox, David Hamilton. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Runner at first with 2 away. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Fought off foul.
One ball, 2
In the
strikes.
dirt, but kept close. Two outs. Backed
Two
off the
balls,
plate that
2
time.
strikes.
Red Sox by 2. On the ground at first, Gallo. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. We played 4. It's the Red Sox 2 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
White
duel
Sox,
so far.
first
Here's how the
baseman,
starters
Joey
have performed
Gallo.
up to this point. Crochet back to work. There's a strike.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That one's in there, and that's strike 2.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Got him swinging.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at-bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
So up next, Lenny Sosa. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they put the tag on him for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And that is out of play. He swings and fouls one off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Trevor Story now.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Now batting, the catcher, Connor Wong.
Man at first, and stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. 0 for 1 so far. In there for strike 1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert preparing to come on if needed. Number 64 getting cranked up as well. Now this is in the air down the line. Nabs it. 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Cedar Rafaela.
And next for the Red Sox, Cedar Rafaela. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Red Sox leading it by 2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That one
ball,
way inside.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Kicks and fires. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Now batting left fielder, Garrett Duran.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Martin Perez gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and will be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Tyler
Chicago,
Gilbert taking over on the mound.
40.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So the lineup flips over. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Duran. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
Ball, that's
Just missed. On the ground, a short, could be 2. And he can't come up with it.
Back-to-back base hits. Now the base is
Now
loaded.
batting
Big
third
opportunity for them to
baseman,
break this game open.
Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Golden opportunity right here. That's in for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Little chopper rolls foul. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Foul ball, still 0-2. In the air, left field, jokes. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 3-zip.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been
Now
nice if the
batting,
runners
third
behind could have
baseman,
advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Casas stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Right through there for a strike. This one lifted in the air, left field. Jokes makes the grab, and that is that. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 5 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox nothing. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now here is Corey Lee. That's in there. 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Story. Tosses across to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fly ball center field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Here's Josh Rojas. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. Hit on the ground to short. Story sends it over to first. And that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Fenway Park, bottom of the inning, and it's Rafael Devers in the box.
Hitter, Rafael Devers.
That one's in there. That's strike 1. In the air, right side. Fair ball. Man at first, nobody out. So stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. 1 for 2. Snap throw to first. Tag, and he's picked off.
When there's a lefty on the mound, you've got to make sure you've got more of a one-way lead, even leaning back to the bag when he picks up his leg, unless you're thinking you're going first move. Not sure what he was doing right there over at first.
Swing and a ground ball. Sosa on the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu, has grounded out a couple of times. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that keeps the inning going. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting, catcher, Connor Wong.
Now the catcher up to hit, Connor Wong. And that misses. Ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. That one ripped. And this one looks like trouble. 1 run is in. Story on his way home. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. He's 2 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Man on second, 2 down. There's a swing and a drive. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double as a run scores.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Now on the
Chicago,
bump, number 70.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Here's the left fielder, Duran. The other way. And it stays fair. Rafaela around third. He'll score. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now the number 2 hitter, Alex Bregman. That's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Man at second. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it hits off the monster. Run comes in from second. Tries to get back and save.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now batting Tristan Casas. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Taylor on his way over. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We're through 6 full. Red Sox 8 and the White Sox nothing. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in the
lived
Hall
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with him. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Tauchman stands in now and watches strike 1. The Red Sox up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. Oh, 0-2 now. Caught him looking for the K. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Robert Jr.
Two outs, base is empty. So here's Robert now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. late on that fastball.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Line drive, Hamilton. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Well, fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. Can be an easy trap to fall into.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate. That one inside, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Robert, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now one missed.
That's the ball.
Cut on and missed, struck him out. Now a dozen strikeouts for him in this one. So 1 left for the White Sox, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Set for the last half of the 7th. Raffy coming to the plate now.
Designated hitter, Abreu and Devers.
Swinging a foul straight back. That's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the second baseman, David Hamilton. 1 for 3. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Could be extra bases. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Two in scoring position, nobody out. All Red Sox in this one. Line to left. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Story now.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at 3rd.
And a foul ball. Second and 3rd, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
That one
Off the
missing
plate, ball one.
inside. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One run across, the throw in, safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Number 70 won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So a young
Chicago.
arm coming on now out of the pen. Number 64.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Cedar Rafaela digs in now. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Line drive, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles, solid swing from start to end. On time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And stepping in for Boston, Duran. Foul ball. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a couple left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 10 and the White Sox nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Red
back,
Sox.
and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
25.
Josh Winkowski.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes,
Leading off for the
attacking
White
these
Sox.
hitters.
Second baseman,
Now it's the second
Lenny
baseman,
Sosa.
Lenny Sosa. Just
1-1.
missed.
1-0.
Hit in the air, left field. Rafaela. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. The shortstop takes the ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And now it's even up.
2-2 the count.
Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Bregman is under it.
Up next for Chicago, catcher Corey
2 down,
Lee.
base is empty. Here's Corey Lee, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next
Ball
pitch
one.
is downstairs. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two outs. Sneaks through, base hit.
Now batting center fielder Michael A. Taylor.
So 2 down, and here is Michael A. Taylor. And that one fouled off. That one lifted to left. Duran. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. The White Sox lead one. They're down 10-0. Back inside Fenway Park, bottom of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman. Line drive, caught.
Now batting first baseman Tristan Casas.
Now let's go like the city yard. Rebels where it's at, we gotta hit it.
And next for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas.
You only live once, you gotta live it up. Yes, my red tie with your red dress.
And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there. Activity in the bullpen. Gus Varland up and loosening in the pen. Anderson also throwing. One down, base is empty. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone.
Now
We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And there's a fly ball deep right field, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now at the plate, David Hamilton. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Devers stands at second with 2 gone. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. He will score in safely with a double, his second of the day.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Man at second here with 2 away. Abreu will hit next. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The throw in, safe, and the runner from second scores on the play, and they extend their lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Next to hit, Trevor Story. Pitch misses, 1-0. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the catch. That is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, it's the Red Sox 12 and the White Sox nothing. New inning getting started. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Josh Rojas. Winkowski back to work. Just missed. Right through there for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Swings through that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Jolks in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And a foul ball. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Next offering is fouled back. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a strike. And he takes a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Got him!